Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mark and today we're on day 9 of our pick our animal from a jar thing and draw it challenge. Really find a better name for this. So here I am picking something. So our animal for the day is a flamingo. Flamingo. I should make a flamingo eating a mango. Flamingo. That's nice. So let's get started. Oh wait. Before we get started, if you're not subscribed and you happen to stumble upon this video, kindly subscribe, like the video because the algorithm says liking helps. So kindly help my channel. Yeah, subscribe. Thank you. Found some references on Splash. My internet is acting up probably because it's raining. I don't know, technology things. But I have some references and I'll lap them on the screen for you. So these are what we're using today. 3 flamingos and a mango. It's supposed to be 4, but the last one is not downloading. So there's that. Yeah, so let's draw something or sketch something if we're being pedantic. Wake me up or you go. Leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. First, I'm going to sketch in the mango. We're done. So these are just preliminary sketches. I feel like today, mango kind of looks like a bean. Juicy bean. That's a mango. And that's a flamingo. Give it a head and it's really weird beak thing. This is a flamingo. Give it some legs. So what I'm doing currently is sketching in flamingo as it is. Then as I'm doing this, also trying to figure out in my head what exactly to do for our final illustration for the day. Because today I don't feel like just drawing something. I feel like making something. It's feathers. And the other one, something like this. It's preening itself. The other one is just S-shaped. These are 3 flamingo references. This one has its wing. I'm doing most over here. Did you know the flamingos are actually white? They get their color from food they eat, which is high in keratin. So they eat shrimp and other plankton-like things, which gives them their pink color. So where to put the mango? This is our sketch. Let me keep them over here for reference as I try and figure out the perfect. I like this creepy idea. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use this one I'm going to use that one. So let's hide that to get a better, well, not necessarily a better one, but yeah, I want a pointy pencil. So we're gonna sketch this. It's being very loose. This is the wing which next to the body like so, and it's kind of crossing its legs. It's crossing its legs like that. It is strange, but let's go with it because it's happening on the reference. And then its head is over here with its beak doing something under the wing. Its neck is coming in like so. Then its other leg should be coming down like this. Have some feathers, some tail feathers. So now we refine this by using a layer on top, probably a thinner pencil. I use the 2B so I can use it to add the actual features, starting with the eye. So if you see me looking back and forth, I'm just looking at the reference on my other screen. So as I'm doing this, how have you guys been? Let me know in the comments how your day has gone. A good day. If you had a bad day, sorry. And yeah, let's talk in the comments. You may have noticed if you've been following this, I'm trying a different approach every time I draw something because I'm looking for that one approach I might adopt going forward. So yesterday we did the whole painting without a sketch thing, and I didn't think the final piece was but then again, it wasn't the best of what I've done so far. But I would like to know how to do that, not to be confined to a sketch. So once in a while, that's the approach I will take. And today we're back to the sketch before paint approach. approach. So let me know in the comments if you're a painter, drawer, something. If you do something with a pencil, how do you start painting or drawing? Do you do a rough sketch? Do you just go straight into it and draw like really slowly? I'd like to know. Maybe I can try some of your approaches in a video. But anyway, if you're new, welcome. We like new people here. And thank you for watching. I would ask you to subscribe, but I bet you have already because you are a good person. If you made it this far, I'm certain you have subscribed. But just in case you haven't, the button is right there. It's right there, just under my layers, I think. So why don't you just click it just once? It will make a world of difference. Also, if you're new and you haven't watched the first few videos, I will link the card with that playlist, probably linked at the beginning of the video, and you can try and catch those ones. But if you probably, for some reason unknown to me, can't do that, I'm drawing these animals in KRITA because first of all, I want to learn the software. I'm technically Photoshop trained, though I taught myself Photoshop. But as you may know, Photoshop is expensive to keep and maintain, so I'm looking into the free alternatives, and so far KRITA is working great. Just a few things I miss about Photoshop, but nothing major, nothing I can't live without or find a solution for. So that's the first reason I'm working on KRITA, is it's an alternative to Photoshop. Secondly, KRITA is built for painting, so that's something that sold it to me, although very slowly. But knowing that the developers of KRITA spent their time to develop this app exclusively for making art and they made it free, that's really cool of them. Though I'm pretty sure KRITA can do most things that Photoshop can do, only that I haven't discovered them. And if we're being honest, I won't sing all the praises of this app because there's some things that are just strange. Like the way they've set up their masks is strange, but it's nothing we can't learn because we are brilliant. We are very brilliant people. There's nothing we cannot do. At least there's nothing I can't do. Well, I don't know about you. I'm hoping you believe in yourself the way I believe in myself. Even more, probably. We erase some of these guides, so we don't need those anymore. I'll keep most of them though. So now, you've been here. You know, I merge the layers, and then I think this is where I start getting weird. I don't know how yet. So we are going to, what will happen if I do this? Yeah, this is what we're doing. So because I've called this illustration Flamingo, I want this guy to be munching on himself. It makes no sense because flamingos don't eat fruit, but art doesn't have to make sense, does it? We need to be digging like really deep with this meal, and let's look for like a chalk details, chalk grainy, chalk soft. Let's try this. So I want my mango to be like really tropical-y. So now we're just experimenting, and I'm hopeful that we can get something really cool by the end. It's always a weird thing starting a new art piece, as it has to go through very many ugly stages before it becomes something worth showing. And let's make the inside of this like red, bleeding red. And the flamingo itself could be pink, maybe this color. You know, as fruits ripen, they become a bit that color. So this part right here is the worst part about drawing for me, because I didn't grow up in this instant generation thing, but I've been privileged enough to have some things come to me instantly. Well, most things. Well, drawing isn't one of them, because I took quite a long time to learn how to even sketch, but some of that rubs off, and I really want pieces to come like in 10 minutes so we can move on to the next one. And some of it is purely because of watching a lot of the speed paints on YouTube and Instagram. To some people's credit, they tell us how long it took them to make their illustrations, but most people don't share that. So it feels like they make those illustrations in few minutes or a few hours. Sorry, wrong layer. So I still haven't been thinking about the lights and shadows, so this is still part of the preliminary stages of painting. And today, in case you skipped until this part, today is chalk day. Drawing with chalk. This leg is a bit too thick. We're going to do this. So I'm going to copy this just for my reference. But it's time to merge these two. Now begin to paint on top of the thing. Wish me luck. So this has kind of like a gradient. Then need to make the inside of the mouth a bit dark. Go in with the details a bit later. For now, need to make sure that this beak looks like it's punching into its own flesh. Unfortunately, because I'm on Pure F today, I cannot color pick. Yet again, we can do a few things. So in this area, I'm just doing a very light pass. So I told you in another video that for KRITA, the pen pressure things are inbuilt with the brushes. So this is me pressing at my hardest. This is me, my lightest. Barely visible. So unlike Photoshop, I don't need to change the size of stuff that much. So I can see there's a ring of shadow around. Actually, that's wrong. The ring is actually here in the eye. And then this yellow is too yellow. Let's make it a more orangey, be a bit light like this. The eye is somewhat of the same color as that, but to make it desaturated. It's time for the pinks. And towards the head, it's a lot more red than pink from my reference. The concentration of pigment starts at the head or the rest of the body. The thing I'm trying to remind myself is not to be scared of this stage, because things can happen, yes, but everything is fixable. Either we can go back with Control Z, Control Z, or if worst comes to worst, can always start again. There are several tools in digital that will help you change something. A shadowy layer under this plume. Oh, use me. I'm working on the mango flesh. This is like a really ripe mango, and for some reason the mango is bleeding. That's because it's part of the flamingo as well, so it has to have like a blood supply. Maybe let's make these edges a bit jagged. And for the mango skin, go back to this. It's very bright. Yeah, something like this. So this is just the epidermis of the mango, and I want you to see it from this side. So probably from this other side you won't be able to see it. Let's use this. So anatomically speaking, this should be part of the wing. Oh, something I haven't mentioned, probably you already know if you're a KRITA user, is to change the brush size in KRITA. You can use the square brackets, these things, just like Photoshop, or you can use this slider, or what I'm currently getting used to is just holding shift, going right for big, left for small. It took some getting used to, but I'm finding it very quick. So that's something that might be interesting to some of you. Trying to get rid of this black. This is what we have so far. And right now I'm going to take a tangent and work on background layer. Just having something rough at the back. We don't have a flamingo just there. It's our rough background. Merge these, add a layer on top, continue with our flamingo. So because of the grainy nature of this brush, it shows a little bit of what's on the background, but it really gives a nice texture to the animal, to our painting. So I don't really mind it. To use a darker green for the bottom of this mango. Let me know if any of you guys are interested in like live draw along, where I'll still be doing this video, but instead of editing it and making it like 10 minutes long, or more realistically 20 minutes long, we can have the video as a live. Again, if you're interested in a live, let me know the best time for you so we can draw together. Maybe I can answer and maybe talk to you in real time. That would be really nice. Don't you think? Don't you think? Let me know. I'll pick the animal, we'll find references together, put them in the chat, then we can draw or paint together. And you might see some of sometimes I pause and just sing random songs. Sometimes I sing well, sometimes I sing bad. Depends on the song. But yeah, I just thought of that. It might be interesting to paint along together. Then once I understand things like Discord, I can put up a server to share everything together. Instead of you just sending it to me, send it to the group. You can critique each other and all that. So now, honestly, I don't know what to do with this wing because I don't know any flamingo creatures who are made of mangoes. So this has to really come out of my head. Soon I'll be doing the light and color and shadow thing. So I'm just trying to get rid of most of these sketchy lines. And then as soon as that's done, we can do our light and shadow. Though some of it is being taken care of by our local color. I went back to my chalk grainy because it covers more area and the chalk detail. I'm going to erase some of these tips, like try and mimic some feathers and feather tips. So now we have this. We have a clipping group. I'm going to start with let me start with the lights today. Go this color a bit lighter, then I'll paint it. I see the lights. Back to our detail brush, so the light is coming from the top. Then another layer, flip it. Now we do our shadows, and I'm going to the grays, so we have like a neutral shadow. So all this area under the neck should be, so I see a contact shadow over here. I'm back in my overlay. I'm using white, like really white. My shadow layer. Now. This part is what's like giving me issues. How do I depict this the way that it looks like mango flesh? Not quite sure, but here we are anyway. I'm using my shadow layer to give this an edge, give this gash an edge, and maybe paint this on top. Then on my, is this my light shadow? My light layer can give this like shine, bit of shine here and there, because it's a very ripe mango, very juicy, so juicy the animal wants to eat itself. But since this is at the bottom, this needs a bit of shadow as well. We try and get a smudging thing, then go back to our chalk. Let's see what we have so far. So far, this is our illustration. You might want to make this background a bit darker so the foreground pops. Then merge this group. So it's now one thing. The lights and shadows baked into it. And I'm just going to fix a few things, like here where the lines, use this color, get rid of these lines. Then with this, try and indicate a border, because the beak has a border. I think we're almost done with this today. As I said, I'm just cleaning up some things. I think we'll leave it there. We've been drawing for an hour and 18 minutes. I feel a few minutes of that was looking for reference. So that's what we have so far of Flamingo. Let me save this. So yeah, we just think it's nice. I haven't really looked at it. Probably let me make this joint a bit darker, this a bit lighter because of the light coming from the top. Let's add some plumage over here and a bit of shadow down here. So there we have it. We have our Flamingo illustrations. Yeah, so there we go. That's our illustration for the day. So if you enjoyed this video, so there's our illustration for the day. If you enjoyed the video, kindly give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know, I asked you two things. One, let me know what the blank paper should say. And two, if you're interested in like a live draw along thing where we can draw and chat together, let me know and we can make that happen either here or we can like move towards a different, maybe a private live session on my Buy Me a Coffee. But either way, let me know and I hope you have a great day. 2 thumbs up. See you next time. Bye-bye.